Hey YouTube, your girl is back. Your girl is back with another YouTube video. All right, y'all. I know it is late, honey. But if you are able to stop by and listen to my beautiful voice, if you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and turn those post notifications on. That way, you'll be notified every single time I post. And if you are not able to catch this video in live, that is no problem at all. It will always be available for replay, honey. It is your girl, not Anta J. And I am back, honey. Y'all know how I do. I dip in and I dip out. Hey, D Brown, how you doing? Hey. Y'all know how I do. I dip in and I dip out. Hey, Linda Johnson. Hey. But yeah, I dip in and I dip out, but y'all know I'm gonna always sprinkle myself here and there to come and dip in and give my 2 cents on everything and dip on out and dip back in. So at this point, y'all know I'm that distant cousin, okay? But thank everybody for joining tonight. Like I said, I leave my videos up for replay. So if you can't catch it, that is no problem at all. Hey, Catrice Thomas, thank you for joining. Hey, Carol Anna. Hey. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Hey. Oh no, my birthday is in it says today is your birthday. No, my birthday is in November, but it was just my baby's birthday. My baby's birthday was on May the 7th. And so we went on to Orlando and we went to Universal Studios, Volcano Bay, and had an awesome time. Awesome time. So we did that over the weekend. We went to the beach. We stayed at a beautiful resort. Before I get into today's video, I want to give y'all a plug, okay? Now this is not sponsored. Hey, Miss LJG2G. But if you all have not already, y'all download the Hilton's Honors app if you like staying with the Hilton when you travel. They have these vacation packages and specials that they run that you can participate every 60 days, and they offer you a 4 day 3 night vacation for like a very inexpensive price. But all you have to do when you get on that vacation is go to a timeshare meeting. And literally I got 4 days 3 nights, Orlando, in a beautiful suite. I'm talking about, it had a tub, it had a balcony, a dining room, all of that for $140, y'all. And all I had to do was go to a timeshare meeting and just here's some information. And I didn't get a timeshare because I'm like, I need to do some more research. But if you do go to these meetings, they offer you the timeshare at a discounted price, and they have financing options. So look into that if y'all get a chance. Look into it. But I know y'all tired of me yapping. Y'all like, girl, we don't care about that. So let's get into it. Let's catch up with my girl Latrice, honey. So I have been gone for a while. The last couple of videos that I did do were about Keisha, and the other young lady that I talk about here on the platform. But I wanted to catch up with Treese because, baby, when I tell you, okay, I've been in the bushes watching. I have been in the bushes watching, and I tell you, honey, it has been going down. The topic of Latrice has ruffled some feathers, and people are still obsessed, and people's arguing and fussing and fighting and bickering and leaking information and cussing each other out, and it is just getting crazy. So I just wanted to jump in and give my 2 cents because I do cover the topic of Latrice. I have talked about her. I've supported her platform, all of her platforms, and she's had a whole lot of going on these past few over this past month, past couple months. I mean, and so at first when everything popped off, everybody who's here today, y'all know what happened with her son, alleging those things against her and things of nature. When everything first popped off, I just like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit out of the conversation because it's too hot. It is too hot. It's a sensitive subject, and people were just, it was just a lot going on. So I didn't want to get in and try to get to argue with nobody about my opinion. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just, sit that conversation out. However, I see that, a lot of people surprisingly have still came out in support of Latrice, which is beautiful, and they are still speaking out for what is right, and that is ruffling people's feathers. And it's like, so today I guess I'm just here to kind of weigh in on everything that has been going on. There has been so many arguments, and this I just have never seen where one woman minding her business, raising her children, just doing what she do best, going live, just being a social media influencer, letting us into her daily life. I just don't understand how all of this turned into the big chaos that it has become. And so I'm just going to, give my perspective. I'm not going to dissect every argument and every back and forth, but I'm just going to give my general opinion of the current war that is at hand on these YouTube streets when you start talking about my girl, real comedian Latrice Allen. So let's do a little background. I know I do the background and then, I go ahead and weigh in with my opinion. So everybody knows, Latrice, like I said, over the past month or so, there has just been a big, I would say, a war going on with around the topic of her. In my opinion, it has gone absolutely extremely too far. It went from people claiming they're just giving opinions and advice to people literally prying into her life, speaking with her son, getting rumors and all types of things stirred up. And it had just spiraled into a very, very dark place. And, it's very sad to see what is transpiring between her and her son. But I think that a lot of people are missing the point is that when you have a person like Latrice, who is a social media influencer, who has placed a lot of her business out here, who has raised her children in front of the camera, who has been on the platform for a very long time, you're going to have people that support her and love her. And you're going to have people who don't. And at the end of the day, it is nothing wrong with people having an opinion or not necessarily caring for her content or what she stands for, because everyone has their favorites on social media. But at the end of the day, it comes to a point where it's a thin line between reacting and just giving your unsolicited advice or opinions or constructive criticism and just being downright nasty and attacking somebody. And that is where everything, in my opinion, has turned for the worse, because a lot of people don't understand the difference between reacting, commentary, constructive criticism, advice, opinions, and just straight out harassment and berating somebody who you don't know and whose actions don't indirectly or directly affect you. you know so like I said, Latrice had the big blow up with her son, and that sparked a lot of people to start coming out and just speaking out more in support of Latrice. A lot of people had their opinions, drug her, stopped supporting her, attacked her. But there were a lot of people who were able to, hey, Steph Glows on stage. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, there were a lot of people who, attacked her and did the typical thing after her son said whatever he said. A lot of people took that, ran with it, attacked her, unfollowed her, all of this, that, and the third. But there were some people who looked at the situation from a different standpoint and gave her the benefit of the doubt and chose to still support her. And I guess the people who hate her guts and who want her gone and who don't like her and who can't stand the fact that she even still has breath in her body, I guess they're not satisfied with that. And so now that there are more people speaking out in support of Latrice, speaking out against people who have been attacking her for a very long time, calling out some of the hypocritical ways of the people who attack her on a consistent basis, calling out some of the misfortunes and shortcomings of the people who are so critical of her. Now that there's another side to this Latrice Allen topic, it seems like the people who started this hate train and started this attacking and obsession can't handle it. And now every single platform that has spoken out in positive light of Latrice, or every single platform that is trying to just speak, not even necessarily just praising Latrice, but just speaking realistically or not bashing or shaming her, is getting attacked from all angles, and which is causing them to attack back. And it's just causing a big ruckus and a big mess. And like I said, it's just, to me, I feel like, damn, I don't understand why people don't get that this is social media. We don't live with Latrice, okay? All right. We don't know Latrice. Okay. We're all strangers here on the internet who tuned into this woman's life and who, just started watching her either because we liked what we saw or we felt like, hey, she's entertaining or she's funny. Hey, Blessed Alexanders. It says, "What's up, boo? I was wondering when you were going to address this mess." Girl, yeah, honey. I've been busy and I was gonna let it die out a little bit before I jumped in there with my opinion. So I was the block was too hot when all of this first started popping off. And you know me, honey. I ain't finna put too much arguing back and forth with a whole bunch of people. Unless you're lying on me, I ain't finna come out and do all that. So I was like, you know what? Let me wait till everything died out and just come in and give my opinion on everything. Um but yes, Lord, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I don't forgot. Look, you know how I'm getting old. My mind ain't good. So I'm getting old. But pretty much what I was saying is I don't understand why people don't understand that the same way that people hate her and the same way that people don't want to support her and feel like she's a terrible person, there are people who are not going to feel that way. And why can't that be okay? Like, why can't people look at this situation on both sides? It's like people literally who have started the commentary on Latrice and talking down on her, they literally go find every single person who wants to speak some light into the situation, or who wants to speak some life into this woman because they see her getting attacked and they see people coming for her on a consistent basis. Anyone who wants to kind of just speak up and support gets torn down. And it's like, but you all are the same people who sit back and you all criticize her for every single thing she do. You say she money hungry. You say, you criticize the way she look, you criticize everything she do, and you all expect for her to just shut up and take it. You all expect for her to lie down and take all of the virtual attacks on her character, on her business, on her parenting, on her platform. Hey, alive and prosperous. Girl, yeah, she can't even breathe, honey. It's like, oh my God. But yeah, it's just like everything that this woman has done, you all have criticized, down to the way she eat, down to what clothes she wore to bed versus what she woke up in, down to the activator that she probably put in her hair on her curls. Every single thing that this woman does gets criticized on a gruesome, critical basis, day in, day out. And you all expect for her to just shut up, take it, and don't clap back. And if she dares to say anything to defend herself, if she dares to try to clear up anything about herself, y'all either say she lying or you attack her for speaking up and clapping back and call her disrespectful. However, the same people who talk about this lady day in, day out, every video, it have created an entire platform to attack this lady, can't handle it when people turn around and do the same thing to you. And so that's pretty much what has started to happen. The very people that were digging a hole for Latrice, wanting her to be canceled, putting out all these narratives about her, spreading all these rumors about her and her children, just putting all this hatred out here in the atmosphere about her, the very people that champion and name themselves the token people to take down Latrice Allen, now they're getting attacked. Now people are speaking about them. Now people are criticizing what they have going on, and they can't ignore it or even stomach to hear it. But yet these same people who can't even ignore someone just simply saying something like, hey, it was a hair out of place on their head, what they said, here I go, like, you know what I'm saying, that they can't take any criticism coming their way, whether it be something constructive, whether it be something petty or whatever. They can't take any constructive criticism or any type of, any opposing opinion about them. They can't take that. They can't handle it. All hell break loose. It's arguing, fussing, fighting. It's all type of crazy stuff that has been transpiring over these last couple of weeks, because the same thing that you all are doing to Latrice, and this is for the people who believe in attacking Latrice and who want to end her and who have dedicated their whole platforms to chastising her on a daily basis, you all cannot handle it when it's being done to you. So if you can't handle someone attacking you on a daily basis and harassing you and criticizing you and watching your every move, if you can't handle it and you don't feel that is right, then why in the hell are you doing it to somebody else? I just don't understand that. It says, now, did you see Trees live yesterday? Oh my God, I was in tears and hella pissed off at the roof rat, aka Candle Lady. Yeah, I watched bits and pieces of it. Um, and I could tell that, this is weighing on her, but she's staying strong and fighting through. I will say that. But yeah, I watched bits and pieces, and she just spoke about how, she's just happy to at least have some type of relationship with her, the kids, her younger kids. And I was in and out, but it's just like, it's been so much honestly going on with the topic of Latrice. It's been so many people going live, arguing, fussing, fighting. It's been so many disgusting things being said. It's been so many sickening things. It's just like, at this point, I can't even keep up. You know what I'm saying? All I know is the very people who preach so hard about do better. We want her to do better. We're not gonna stop. We're commentating on what we see. She's disgusting. We don't feel like what she's doing is tasteful, so we have the right to say something. The same people who have started whole Facebook groups to talk about this woman cannot handle anybody saying anything about them, and that is crazy as hell to me. It's crazy. It says they feel like they should not be taught. Exactly. Like, I don't understand how, if these people who were hell bent on ending Latrice, because that's what it is, if they had, you know, the enough, decency to be like, well, you know what? I am on here going in on another woman every day, and I am going there, and we is talking about some really sensitive stuff. So there may be some pages that are not going to agree, and they may say their opposing opinions. If and I can and I can respect that, and you know what? As long as they ain't saying anything too out the way, we gonna keep doing our thing over here, and we ain't gonna worry about what other people got to say. If they had that tone, and if they did their lives, and if they did their commentary in that way where they just said what they said and was done with it, and not try to then go attack people who have an opposing opinion, then okay, I would be like, well, hell, it is what it is. They just don't like Latrice. They're gonna do their commentary, whatever. But it's, to me, what how I get so astonished is, it's like every time someone speaks up and tries to give a different perspective, it's a problem. So how the hell are you going to be in the commentary business? How are you going to be in the business of criticizing somebody? You have made it your due diligence that you are going to criticize another woman every day, all day, and you don't care who don't like it. You're going to talk about everything from sensitive, triggering topics down to the socks that she got on her feet. You going to talk about it all. Ain't nothing off limits. But when someone gives you constructive criticism or calls out inconsistencies in your stories, or it's a problem. Like, I just don't understand. It says you're so right, nothing but the truth. Thank you, Timothy. I just don't understand. Hey, Trini, but Joey, hey. It says, child, oh, they have the stomach, big stomach sitting in their lap, but when you say something about them, they want to screen record right. It's like, and this is a thing. I don't think anyone wants to digest a whole bunch of black women, especially black women of a certain age that are supposed to be mother figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anyone wants to digest people tearing each other down and cussing each other out and calling each other names, and nobody wants to digest it every day. But it's like, if you're sitting on here and you're tearing people down and you're insulting anyone who has an opposing opinion that you have, people just can't feel how they want to feel about Latrice. They can't support Latrice without, oh, well, something must be wrong with them and what they got going on. And they can't be intelligent. They must be a low life. Like, people just can't have their own opinion about the situation without being insulted. But yet you all are perfect. Nothing's wrong. And if anyone dares to have a different perspective than you have, they get criticized, talked about, and attacked to the fullest degree. It's like, is this not fair? It's exactly, Miss Swag found. It's exhausting. It's really exhausting because This is not, in my opinion, what commentary should be. And this is why I speak out for the underdog a lot of time. This is why I speak out in favor of people who get a lot of hate and a lot of backlash, because the internet is a very unfair place, and it is why society is going to the pits of hell. You know what I'm saying? Because we have the majority of people who engage in these conversations and interactions on the internet, they don't know how to have healthy dialogue and healthy disagreements or agreements with each other. It always has to be one side or the other. In any situation that comes up, it always has to be, if you don't agree with me, we're going to go to the fullest extent and attack the hell out of you, versus, hey, this is a topic about a public figure. Some people are going to see it this way. Some people are going to see it that way. But at the end of the day, their opinion is their opinion. Our opinion is ours. It didn't start being so nasty. Hey, OC girl. Hey, thank you for joining. It says you were so right, because some of these grown women in these YouTube streets are sick. Exactly. I mean, and it's just like, it's sad, because it's like, damn. All of this started because some people just don't want to be on a hate train. Some people just want, a lot of the people who started to speak out and support Latrice, a lot of them, one second, y'all. But yeah, a lot of the people who started to speak out and support Latrice, they didn't even initially come being nasty towards the people who were trying to down Trees. They didn't even really come, trying to be like on that. But it's kind of like, as soon as they speak up and say anything, if they get attacked like hell, and then they go in default fist mode, and they got to start going below the belt. And it's just an unfortunate situation. It's kind of like, damn. It's beyond sad. It's beyond sad, because it's like, why can't people live? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Why can't people just be who they are in peace? At the end of the day, let's say it all started from a mofo who started this. Exactly. It all started because one woman could not just do the commentary, give the constructive criticism, and leave it at that. Leave it on the internet. This person had to become overly invested in this woman's life, overly involved, and it's kind of like it set the tone for how everything has transpired from here on out. It used to be, okay, people watch Latrice, people give their commentary. Some people don't like it, some people do. People crack a little jokes, make a little light commentary, and they go on about their business. But with certain people starting their hate train, it became, well, I don't like Latrice, I don't like nothing that she do. She's disgusting to me. And anyone who is associated with her, anyone who supports her, anyone who thinks anything different, something must be wrong with them. And we're going to attack them and antagonize anyone who dares to speak up in support. Anyone who is around her, who seems to love her, who seems to be a genuine person, we're going to say something is wrong with them. Anybody who is friends with her and kicking it with her, we're going to say that they ain't right until they fall out, and then all of a sudden they trusted to come on my platform and bash her. Like, it's just it's draining, it's exhausting, and I just don't know who the hell want to wake up every day and worry about what the next person doing. Every day you want to wait in a negative way. It's one thing if you wake up and you look on social media and you say, so and so doing a thing, or this interesting happened today, and you keep it lighthearted, and you just you just talk about what you see and move on. But it's another thing to literally wake up, watch somebody who you can't stand, and literally get blue in the face and red in the chest talking about them and getting and upsetting yourself every day on purpose. Like, it's one thing if you're just reacting to the content in a lighthearted way. It's another when you're literally upset to the point where you are doing anything you can to end this person. Why the hell do you want to endure upset yourself every day? I just don't understand that. It says, and then Candle Lady wants to jump on other people's pages and wants and once I guess we're saying once they block her, she sends her daughter and gangster over to the reaction channels, and they go after black women, but not the men. Yeah, it's a lie. It's just a lie, and it's kind of like, we y'all do understand we're on the internet, right? Y'all do understand that this is just the internet. We're all strangers at this thing, okay? Like, what I mean, in the I don't understand what the end goal is here. What is the end goal? Because let's just say Latrice stopped doing. Let's say she stops. She disappears from Facebook forever. Then what you gonna talk about? Then what is going to be the topic? Let's just say she take all her profits and all of her, everything that she's earned from social media, and let's say she says, you know what, this ain't worth it. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to invest in some real estate. I'm gonna be low key. I'm not coming in front of this camera no more. Then what? Then what? As you can see, for the people who hate Latrice so bad, as you can see, no matter how y'all done tried everything, y'all have tried it all. Y'all have tried every rumor, y'all have tried to bring on every enemy, y'all have tried to pull everything out y'all had against this woman. And guess what? She's still living, she's still thriving, she's still breathing. You're not God, okay? You don't have the say so over nobody's life. So, you know, yeah, I support Trees, and it's sad that they are too old to be acting like it. Exactly, exactly, because they don't understand how people can still support Latrice because even after the allegations, even after what they've spewed on their platform. But anybody with a brain can see that this is social media. This is a woman who has been on social media for a very long time, and whatever allegations that are against her are a result of a domino effect of a smear campaign that has been railed against her from the beginning. So it's kind of like, even it's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? This is not a situation where it was strangers on the street and this person we just we one day tapped into them being a horrible parent to their children. This is a long history of social media and ex-friends and enemies trying to start something up and trying to go pick and put stuff together and put stuff in people's head. Like this has history behind it. So when people are not quick to jump on the hate train or quick to jump on or believe any allegation, it isn't because we just feel like Latrice is this angel, she could do no wrong. It's because we have to look at all the facts and what has been transpiring from day one. When you look at this situation from beginning to end, this is not the average situation where someone's been accused of something. This is a situation where a woman has been attacked for damn near 2 years now on social media maliciously, and ex-friends are falling out with her and doing anything to ruin her. You know? Blessing Alexander says, "Girl, now she's attacking Muffin." Exactly, and I seen Muffin go live because she's another Muffin. I think it's like Muffin plus five, and I seen her talking about it, and she was like, even and she said something that was really, I really like, I respected her for that. She was like, y'all up here trying to dig up my information, but even if y'all dig it up, oh well, so what, it's done. Guess what? Y'all still don't know me. It's kind of like, I don't know what power they think they have over people's lives, but what the hell do y'all think y'all are going to do? It's like I said, it's one thing to react. It's one thing to give commentary. It's another thing to just straight up attack somebody and harass somebody as if you're going to change them, and you don't know them. You don't know these people. It says, what type of woman keeps up with the next woman's intimate activities? It's bad enough Roz sit up and thinks about how often this grown woman engages with a man, but to speak on, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, who Kim? Hey. But yeah, it's like, whatever that they don't want to do in her bedroom is whatever she wants to do. Who gives a damn? Okay, grown people have sex. Grown people are intimate. No one has to. She's not a child. She's not 17 years old. She's not 12 years old. Her children live in a totally different household than her. Whatever she chooses to do in her free time with whoever is her business. However she get down or whatever she do in her private intimate life, that shouldn't that's nothing that we should be sitting back criticizing, because you don't know what the hell people do when they turn these cameras off. You don't know what people do in their bedroom. So what's going, I don't understand that. DJ is gonna share. Yeah, I love DJ. I love her channel. She be speaking facts over there. Yeah, it's very spooky and it's beyond obsessed. And then when people speak out and call it obsession, well, no, it's not obsession, and we just are talking and we're talking about what we see and we can have an opinion. Okay, well then other people can have an opinion as well. Like, how I mean, I just don't understand. It's so you all can have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Roz, Lele, Coco, you all can sit on here and bash and go in and degrade this woman and bring her up when she ain't even thinking about y'all. It could be a situation where she probably done went and seen her kids or went to Florida or got her hair did or whatever. And it seems like I don't know what's going on with Coco, but it seems like, he ain't been talking about it as much in the last week or so. But either way, everyone can come in and give their unsolicited advice or their unsolicited criticism, and they can degrade this woman for months on end. But people who speak out and say, well, hey, here's what I observe, or hey, you know what I'm saying? Here's, what I think about the situation, or hey, this is a different perspective. It's an immediate attack, shut down, or it's just an immediate argument. It's like, why can't people feel how they want to feel? If you believe she's a terrible, if you believe that she's a terrible person, a terrible mom, and you don't like her content, okay, that's your belief. Um, if you believe that she's a wonderful person, despite whatever rumors are out here about her, that's your belief. No one should be getting attacked for that. And says, so I definitely don't go along with everything I definitely don't go along with everything she does. But then, okay, it's like, damn, no one is saying that she's God. No one is saying that she can't do any wrong. But it's like, damn, like how long are we going to sit up here and watch this woman live her life and criticize her for everything and start all these conspiracy theories and rumors and this? Like, how long are we going to carry this on and continue to upset ourselves before we just one day realize, I mean, this woman don't know me. This woman gonna live her life the way she want to live her life? Ain't nothing I'm saying to her getting through to her. At the end of the day, even if she lose it all, even if she lose her Facebook channel, even if she lose it all tomorrow, guess what? She's still gonna be living for as long as God want her to be here. What the hell can I do about it? What is me sitting up here degrading her, bashing her, talking about her every day? What is that gonna do? What value is that adding to anybody's life? Like, come on now. Kinda Layla needs a man or a sidekick plus real friends. She needs to get out of hand with grown folks and have some fun. That way she'll have something else to talk about. But she's money hungry. And then they call Latrice money hungry. They say, oh, she does everything for a check, and we believe she's broke and she's thirsty for this. And you accuse this woman of being so money hungry and greedy. However, you literally will not let up. you know? And if you and my belief is you're going to continue to go and go and go because that's what people want to see. That's what's getting you the money. That's what's getting you the views. And so you're not going to stop, because I promise you, if only two people was watching, you would have been let it go. So how are you going to accuse this woman of being money hungry and say all these things about her? But what I mean, you're not on here for free. You're probably going to do this for free. So I mean, if that's the case, then everybody money hungry. Like I just don't understand. I don't get it. Exactly. It is her life. However she wants to raise her children, that is on her. Whoever she wants to be intimate with, that is on her. Whatever house she wants to buy, that is on her. Whatever car she want to drive is on her. However she wants to comb her hair, whatever she want. I'm talking about, it's so bad that literally Roz made a community post, and she literally posted, and this was weeks ago when I saw this. She literally said, she posted a picture of, I guess, Latrice in her night clothes waking up, and she was like, this is disgusting. When I was raised, you always change your clothes for whatever she said. It was like she posted a picture, and she wanted to point out the fact that Latrice went to sleep or something and woke up in it. And I'm like, damn. Like, you mad because the lady didn't change her clothes? Hey, Mariah. Like, So we're supposed to be upset because she had on the same thing, because she had on the same thing last night, and now it's a new morning. Like, so now we're that concerned, we're that obsessed on the internet that we literally are clocking how much somebody watched their tail. Like, we can smell them. Like, we have to be around them. We don't have to sit in the chair after they get up. We don't have to be up under them. We don't have to sleep with them. We don't have to share a bed with them. Why the hell do we care when she gonna wash her tail? Why do we care? Why? Do you know how many funny stories I've heard about rich millionaires who probably got their favorite shirt they wear every day, or their favorite pair of shorts they put on when they come home from a long day of work, or like why, or their favorite house dress or whatever? Why do we give a damn? Why? Like, why? Hey, Ebony. Yes, people are real life weirdos. It's kind of like, I understand, certain topics are, they do attract a lot of attention, and certain things are, are worthy to be talked about, but it's an obsession. And if you say it's not an obsession, then, I don't know. Maybe we just have two different brains. And if you don't think it's an obsession, that's fine. You're entitled to feel that way. You see how I can respect that some people may feel that it's not an obsession, but for me, it's an obsession. Now, if people don't feel like it's an obsession, that's fine. They're entitled to that. But over here, I feel like it's an obsession, because when you are literally worried about what outfit someone wore to bed versus what they woke up in, and you make a whole community post about it, you're obsessed, ma'am. You're obsessed. You're obsessed. It says at this point it's an obsession. She needs to get help. I have never in all the days I've been living seen some mess like this. I pray she gets the help she needs. I do too. Because it's toxic and it's not healthy. It's not healthy to get up every day and argue with strangers on the internet about who they love and who they support. Like, why? I just cannot imagine myself wanting to wake up every day in the midst of, in life in general, with your work, bills, children, grandchildren, trying to live my normal life already. And then on top of that, having to turn on my camera and cuss somebody out or argue with somebody every day. I don't understand for the life of me how that's not sucking the life out of you. That is draining. That is draining. And there is no amount of money worth my peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can we criticize Latrice for how she lives her life and we're so critical of her, but we're praising people who literally cuss people out and argue with people on the internet all day and feel like nothing is wrong with that? Like, so it's okay to engage in negativity, and it's okay to go back and forth and argue and fuss and cuss and criticize and degrade and talk ugly to people all day. That is okay. That should be looked up to. That is honorable behavior. But we're supposed to look down on a person who's been open and transparent about their struggles as a mom, as someone who suffered abuse and things of that nature. Like, I just don't understand. As people get too invested in other people's affairs, definitely, definitely. It says Ross was so mad that Trese traveled to Tanya, then went to see the kids because she had the money to do it. She wants to see her flat broke, alone, and destitute. Exactly. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Tanisha. Exactly. Like, why? I just don't get it. And like I said, when her and Coco, when they broke up and they had their whole falling out, okay, I get it. React to it. Talk about it. When she's had her falling out with whoever, and people went live. I mean, I get it. But the day to day, her traveling with her friends, her going to see her children, I don't see how that can make anybody upset. I just don't see what's the problem. Like, if she wasn't going to see her children, then it would be a problem. Then people would have some something to then people would have something to say. She would be a deadbeat. Y'all would have a heart attack if she was not going to see her children. If she just literally abandoning her children, had nothing to do with them, y'all would have something to say then too. But literally, this woman gets up and makes time to go see her children in another state all the time, and because she's fortunate enough to do so, and she makes it her business to always go be with them in her free time. And that's a problem too. Like, most people would send their children off and probably only see them once or twice a year. She frequents her children all the time, and yet you all feel like it's like, first, you all wanted her to do better. She put her children in a better environment, a less toxic, chaotic environment. And then you criticize her for that. When you all are clearly the same people saying that the children look very happy and well taken care of. And they need to be there. But then it's a problem that she goes to see them and visit them. Like, just make like, what do y'all want from this woman? What do y'all want? Hey, Sheila Hughes. It says, hi, 9 to J. I don't understand why her family won't interject. Can't they see something is wrong? Child, something wrong, because I just personally, I don't, that's not healthy. That's I mean, I'll just, not for anybody, like any of my loved one, my friends, mama, cousin, sister, whoever. It's like, damn, sis, like, you arguing again today on the internet, you fighting again today you cussing somebody out again. And that's why I said, that's why I do social media in doses, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're doing commentary and when you're observing things, it can become a little toxic because people have their different opinions and they want to attack you. And you have to know when to pull back and when to jump in and pull back. And at the end of the day, when you find yourself screaming to the top of your lungs, arguing, cussing, fighting on a weekly basis with people who you're never going to see, who not they're not your they have no direct relation to you. You're not They can't reach out and touch you. Like, and it's to the point where now police are being involved and people talking about lawsuits. When it's getting that deep, it's something's wrong. Somewhere something went wrong, and somewhere somebody got too deeply involved. It says, what type of nerve does it take to come out of your mouth and say that any mother doesn't deserve to celebrate Mother's Day? Yeah, that's just hateful. That is hateful. Because regardless of what people have said, regardless of what allegations are out there about this woman, we never have lived with this woman. We do not know her personally. She has never been found guilty of anything. So at the end of the day, we cannot sit up here and think that we have that much of a say so over someone's life when there has been nothing concretely proven against this woman. It's like, who the hell are you to tell somebody they don't deserve to celebrate Mother's Day? When we have seen her with her children. You were front and center when she was doing for her children. She just happened to have a nasty falling out with one of her children, which I wish had never happened. So at the end of the day, that does not take away the fact that she's a mother. That does not take away from the fact that she's been a provider. That doesn't take away from the fact that she has always been about her kids. Has she made decisions that I would have made? No. Has she done everything the right way? No. But who the hell has? Who? Who? Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. That's why she moved away. She loves her mom, but and the youngest, her pet, and her sons don't like her at all about looks. Yeah, I mean, and it's just like I said, it's just sad. It's just like, I just do not understand, for the life of me, why can't people just let people be? I'm not saying don't talk about the things that are out here, because it is, it's people go live and they, they go live, they make videos, they create these platforms because they want the following, they want to create that buzz. The social media is what pays their bills, so it's to a certain extent to be talked about in a certain way. It's not a bad thing, right? But it's like, this situation is getting too toxic. It's spiraling out of control. And now, Latrice's friend, is getting talked about an attack, the one that she has become friends with recently, because she is speaking up for and sticking by Latrice, and people are attacking her. And I saw that her house got put out there and people leaked where she was at. And it's like, I mean, it's a lie. It is a lie. Says her family is glad she has something distracted her from trying to control their every move. It says, man, that chick is psycho talking. Tanya was struggling with Facebook and YouTube, so she started dogging her. That's the only reason she became cool with Tree. It says, man, that chick is psycho talking. Tanya was struggling with Facebook and YouTube, so she started dogging her. That's the only reason she became cool with Trees. Is there a way to stop cyberbullying on social media? I mean, what attorneys can we go to? Well, Keisha Anderson, she's another person I talk about frequently here on YouTube, and I think that she hired her own attorneys or she contacted YouTube. I'm not sure what her process was, but she was able to successfully get someone's page taken down for something similar, like And honestly, I mean, I'm just gonna be quite honest. The person who was talking about her, they were going in now. They were going in, but they weren't talking about some of the stuff that's been talked about Trese. It was, this it's the conversations that transpire on some of these platforms that hate Trese is like, I mean, it gets deep when it comes to Latrice. So, but Lakeisha Anderson, she was another YouTuber who was able to successfully get someone who was attacking her in this same manner, kicked off the platform. First, the person's channel was demonetized, and then they terminated the entire account. So it's possible. I don't know. Like I said, I'm small YouTuber. I don't know what avenues, but I'm pretty sure you can work with your outside attorneys to contact someone at YouTube and have them have, like, I guess, a human sit out and look at it and things of that nature. As I think the youngest one is getting tired too. She doesn't read for her anymore. She's losing people little by little. Has to be she has to be embarrassing to them. I mean, yeah, it's beyond embarrassing. It's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I get it, because I'm not, I think everyone enjoys social media and they, call your girlfriends and, girl, did you see so and so? So it's not out of the norm to talk about the social media influences that you watch, but it's just to a certain, there should be some boundaries and there should be, so far that you should be willing to go. And there should be some accountability, like, okay, this woman would not have said anything to me. She would not have clapped back at she would not have clapped back at me. Me and this woman wouldn't be here had it not been for me prying into her life and going this hard. And that's the part that is confusing to me, because out of all of this back and forth and all these arguments and just everything, like, I've never heard anybody on that side of the situation just really take full accountability for the part that they played in it. It's always, she took it too far, she went below the belt, she said this back to me, she did this, but it's like none of this would have ever transpired had people left this woman alone or at least eased off. It says all of her kids are grieving. She said the last videos that Daddy was mad at her for laying down. Her entire family is hurting. She's too hateful and obsessed with Trese. Attend to them. Hey, Vicky Mac. Like, the only reason you made us irrelevant in that woman's life wasn't nobody checking for her before Latrice. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. And I'm like, well, because like I'm watching all the back and forth, over the past few weeks. And I'm like, dang. And it's like the platforms who've tried to speak out and tried to be the voice of reason and tried to just stand up for what's right. And, they've been attacked. And so they've been forced to defend themselves. And then it's like, oh my God, how dare she say this? But it's like, if you all would not have been going so hard attacking Treese and everyone who supports her, we wouldn't be here today. We would not be here. It is sad, Blessing. It is, you know. And like I said, a lot of people have gotten involved in this situation and people have clapped back at Roz and they have said, things about her, and it's gone to an ugly place. I don't like to hear any of it, right? I don't want to hear anybody tearing each other down. But it's like, we have to look at how this situation started. I don't think anyone sits back and like, yeah, cuss her out, call her out her name. I don't think that's anyone's intent. But I think that, because people can't have an opinion in peace without being attacked, it gets ugly because, you know, everyone who doesn't like Latrice, who hates Latrice guts, can say whatever they want to say, start and spread whatever rumors they want to spread, hype up, talk about all type of gruesome, triggering things, and nobody says anything. Coco can make a whole mockery out of abuse, and nobody says anything. Can talk about, can degrade a woman in a very ugly, nasty way. Everyone cheers it on, laughs, roots it on. But the minute anyone comes back and points out that behavior or points out certain flaws that people who are talking about Latrice in this ugly way, it points out their flaws and where they're in their shortcomings. Oh no, stop the press. You can't say nothing. Like, it's not fair. As I know her kids are tired of hearing people talking about their brother. It's just sad. Yeah. The children probably didn't think she would take it this far. Then she got daddy in trouble. Those PPP loans would never come up. Oh, I ain't look. I'm late to the party. I ain't know about that. I did not know about that. Mm. Is while all of her kids needs, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy, like I said, everyone, people, YouTube is a pastime. So like I said, when I first started watching Roz, I felt like, she to me, like in the beginning, what way before it got ugly, I was like, okay, this is a nice woman, and I think she has some nice things to say, but it was kind of weird to see how it just turned so obsessive and so nasty so quick. It went from it being very lighthearted and like okay, regular commentary to damn, like, it's like, do you know her? Like, do y'all have some type of personal history that we don't know about? Like, it got very weird very fast. It says she thinks she is unstoppable, and they use a Southern California business address. Roz is as crooked as the next demon. See, I missed all of that. I missed all of that. I missed all of that, And it's like that, and that's the crazy part about it. It's been so many arguments. It's been so many arguments. It has been so many, you know, just so much crazy stuff going on that I can't even keep up with anymore. All I do is I catch the big back and forth and the big arguments, but it's just been spiraling out of control all over Latrice. All because people still support her and still want to show her love and support, regardless of what allegations are going on. Like, and it's like, why can't you all let people believe what they want to believe? Just like, I don't know if you all remember. Yeah, she does, but wait on God, it's going to be epic, boo. It says it's the hypocrisy for me. She took her kids to the pool and got an Airbnb, but it's a problem when Trese takes hers. Both set of kids had a ball. Why is it only accepted if Roz does it? Yeah, it's a lot of hypocrisy going on. Like, y'all remember when Nosy Jenna got snatched? She thought she was unstoppable too. She thought she was unstoppable too. Yeah, like, I think, yeah, I don't remember that. So yep, she's going to have her own daughter sitting in jail. That's why she's ready to move out. I missed everything. That is how much has been going on. It's like, and it's like, I don't know if y'all remember like the FTN Bay situation when she accused her boyfriend of whatever. And it was like, as a mom, when you first hear things like that, it's like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? You automatically start getting upset, like, oh my God, I can't believe that man would do, but then once you see the details and once you see that, they had a toxic relationship, and you see the text message she sent him, and where she's like she's gonna ruin him, and when all the facts started rolling out, you was like, oh, wait a goddamn minute. You know what I'm saying? And that's when people started to pull back and like, well, I don't know if I can fully believe this. And that's the same situation with Latrice. It's like people are going to believe what they want to believe. Why can't you all just leave it at that and stop attacking folks for their opinion? She's still going to have support because people can see that this is something that's deeper than just, oh, she's the terrible parent, or oh, this allegedly happened. No, this is deeper. This is a group of people have been targeting this woman for a long time, all over a damn breakup that didn't have nothing to do with them. And a lot of people have hatred for this woman. A lot of people have come into her home, have come into her life, have been around her that hated her guts from the very beginning. They only wanted some money and some clout. And they are going to do anything and stop at nothing to take her down, including call her child and instigate some shit. So it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Hey, Shauna's Place. It's her gangster mentality. She's not gonna stop. She's eating, yeah. And but they call her money hungry. You know what I'm saying? If and some people are honest enough to say, well, look, it's the money for me. You know what I'm saying? This is what's getting me the check. But it's like, when, but when people put that out there, when they say, well, hey, this is about greed, this is about money. No, this is not about that. We just want her to do better. We're concerned about those kids. There, it's like it's pretending that there's a greater purpose for me. It's the pretending that this really serves a purpose for me. What has any gossiping, degrading sessions on the internet daily, what is that going to do? That's not going to help no family. That's not going to help nobody child. That's not going to mean any broken relationship between a mother and a son. That's not going to help anybody heal. It's only going to fuel more and more hatred and drama. So what good is this really doing? Just say it's for the money and be done. You know? Hi. Is I hope Trese will be able to get every penny she made off her, especially after exploiting three children. Yeah, like, you know, like it's clear as day. Like, everyone's like, how can you all still support her? Like, the same, how can you all sit on a platform with somebody who was just smiling in her face, her bestie, her friends, all around her, and they were with it when everything was good, and then come on somebody else's platform want to bash her? How can you take them serious? So at the end of the day, you got to give everybody the side out in this situation. I can't take nobody serious when this same person who you're trying to convince us is this monster, you were rolling with them, hanging with them, and you was kicking it with them heavy. So going on with that, you know. It says, wow, Sheila, I don't follow the Candle Up lady, so her youngest is ready to bounce the nest. If so, I hope she does it soon. That girl deserves life of her own with her own friends. So it says I think Daddy has a man now. I hope she does, and I'm sure she doesn't want her mother in her business. I mean, yeah, because arguing with people on the internet every day ain't it? Okay, and so that's not something. If that's something that my mom want me to help her do, no, ma'am, we're not doing that. Okay, we're not doing it. I have other things to do. And there's one thing about it, Rosalind's side is so foul. She hides it so well and makes excuses claiming that's not who I am. Yes, it is. Treese is who she is all the time. Exactly. And that's why they can't understand that people still support Latrice. The reason why people can still support Latrice and really see her and really believe her is because she has been open, transparent about everything from day one. She will get on here and tell you some things that most women will never even admit. She will get on here and lay it all out. A lot of people will hide the fact that they've had defects in their life. They would hide the fact that they've had, just different situations go on. She lays who she is out on the table with no regrets. And we live in a society where people feel like you have to be perfect or you have to hide or pretend like you ain't been through this or you ain't been through that. And that's the problem. We have too many people hiding. At the end of the day, we need more people to be transparent and to be like, hey girl, this is what I came from. This is what I went through. But look where I am now. And like I said, is Treese perfect? Is she the model citizen? No, but no one is. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, nobody is perfect. You can't tell me that you have a chat with 2,000 people in it and every last one of y'all is perfect. All of y'all, do everything right the right way when nobody's looking. No, no. None of y'all have anything on y'all record. None of y'all have ever had anything with defects with your children. No. If it's 2,000 people or 3,000 people watching and coming and dragging somebody done had their kids taken by defects. Somebody done had a run in with the law. Somebody done had something. Somebody done did something they weren't supposed to do. Somebody done made a mistake. Somebody done been a bad parent before. Nobody's perfect. So I don't understand why there is this tug of war and why people can't support Trees. It's like, let people support this woman in peace. Damn. It says, yes, Daddy needs to grow up and have her own life and leave the craziness behind. Shrek raised those children to have a sheltered life, which is sad. Those are the only friends she has. It's sad. Like I said, my whole 2 cents about all of it is, it to me, I've seen I've over the last few weeks. It's gotten ugly. I seen Roz. I think she was arguing at somebody, and she was talking about how she want to find somebody, and now people, it's a lot. It's a lot, and don't get me wrong. When people are attacking you, and when you're upset, Roz is human, just like anybody else is human. So of course you're gonna want to clap back. You're gonna get mad, and if you felt like somebody said something that triggered you, you gonna take it there, right? But in the midst of you being mad and upset and angry, you got to sit back and ask yourself, well, how the hell did we get here? How did we get here? How did I allow myself to get to this point where I'm on the internet screaming, hooping, hollering, threatening somebody? How did I get here? And if you step back and you analyze how you got here because you were minding someone else's business, and you were relentlessly going in on someone and touching on sensitive topics, talking about the way people's kids look, talking about how people raise their kids, talking about somebody's business so bad to the point where they have to stop selling their seasoning. Like that is how we got to this ugly place that we are here. So yes, people have started to clap back and defend Latrice, and people have said things, and it's gonna blow the belt, and all type of stuff has happened. But how did we get here? We need to start analyzing that as well. Because let's see, it's kind of like, but it's really showing folks that she was a bothered child with lots of hangups, because it's kind of like, how can you want to try to pick apart someone and snatch off all their layers and expose them, quote unquote, for who you think they really are? But when people turn around and do the same thing to you, you ready to fight. You ready to hurt somebody. You ready to catch a charge. So how do you think this woman feel when people are waking up every day, and people are leaking her address at one point? People talking about how her children look. People are calling defects to her door. People are starting all these nasty rumors. She got people who she fell out with calling her son on the phone. Like, how do you think she feels? Then when she come on here and she's upset and she's going in, I can't believe she would say that, and she's a disgusting person, and she don't have no self-control. But how much self-control do you have when somebody's attacking you? So just try to take yourself out of the shoes that you're in and put yourselves in her shoes. She is still upset where her mama hasn't forgiven her. Something pretty bad happened in those streets with her mom. It says Lele watches her every move, and thinks Trese is paying everybody that don't like her. She's steady trying to pick low key, writing subliminal messages because Coco told her to stop. But yeah, because I mean, I guess he got something going on. I seen, him some. I guess he's saying that. I guess somebody. I guess he has something going on with the courts or whatever. So it seems like he's trying to be a little hush hush. But yeah, Lele definitely stirs the pot. Definitely sitting up here picking at this lady, talking about she gonna name her different membership levels, this, that, and the third, and trying to pick. But in the minute Latrice say anything or clap back, it's I haven't been doing anything. I'm being annihilated. I'm being harassed. Like, no, you were stirring the pot for this no good broke ass man. When I mean, and I look, I can't look. I don't know his pockets, so I'm not gonna say he's a broke ass man now. But when he got with Latrice, he was a broke behind man who used a woman for some money. Now he has gained social media, and he has been able to generate income there, but the man that you are defending tooth and nail, and the man that you're inserting yourself into all this drama for, was a man whose claim to fame was getting out of jail, using his ex-girlfriend, bragging about how he wasn't attracted to her, bragging about how he put a paper bag over her. This was his words now. I put a paper bag over her head and used her. Someone whose claim to fame was basically laying down with somebody they didn't want for some money, like a grown man, and that's who you're in love with, and that's who you're inserting yourself into all this drama for. Okay, but then, and if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Do your thing. Different strokes for different folks, but don't be surprised with what comes with it. It said, now we all got to keep in mind, Cantaloupe Lady has a terrible trouble bringing a terrible upbringing. It says her mama was and her father. Mm, 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 mm. And but I think that even with the upbringing, it's like at some point we're all adults here. I think everyone comes from different backgrounds, but with that being said, that is, we still have to we at at the age that she is, we can't, there is no excuse to still be attacking somebody and relentlessly going in on somebody in that way. It's like, damn, it's like, how can you criticize Latrice, and she obviously has had a, a rocky past growing up. She's had to learn, unlearn, toxic behaviors and things of nature. You're so critical on her, but the minute you get triggered, you go off and you show your another side of you that you don't want to bring out. So it's like, how does that work? Is I believe she's mad because she know he has feelings for her. He gotta have feelings for you. You gotta have feelings for you. I'm saying anybody that ain't still their ass girlfriend, anybody that's truly moved on, who's happy and thriving, would have been moved on from the topic. It wouldn't take, oh hell, I might be going to jail a lot more. It's some trouble coming my way, so let me chill out. It wouldn't even have taken all this. A real nigga would have been like, look, I ain't doing this. I don't give a damn how much people want me to talk about it. I'm a man before anything. I'm not going to sit up here and degrade no woman every day just because a whole bunch of miserable people want me to. I got other shit to do. I'm more than just somebody ex-boyfriend. I'm more than just that man that uses Latrice for her money. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I got other qualities about myself other than Latrice Allen. Like, I'm more than that. Anybody who is solid and who's a real person with some, with some dignity and some morals will be like, yeah, me and her had a public relationship. We had a public falling out. She said some things about me. I said some things about her. We took it there, but that's over with. That's over. That happened a long time ago. It's time to elevate. It's trying to move forward. Yeah, a couple of my pages got taken down, but I was on there going in. I was on there talking about like a dog. That shit come with the territory. A real man would have ate that and kept it moving. It wouldn't take to the point where, now you got people, you still have dealings with, the law and things. And now you got all these people in social media wanting to egg you on to keep the mess going, but you got your own personal things going on. And that's not going to be, that's not healthy when you got your own things going on that you have to deal with when it comes to your whatever your obligations are with whatever court dates you got and stuff. You got people all in your business. You see how it's not healthy. It's toxic. It's toxic. So, it's just like, my whole thoughts on it are, why can't people just let this woman be? You all have talked about her. Y'all have drug her enough. You know, you all have really, I'm talking about, you all have talked about her and harassed her so much to the point where she's had to separate her children from the home. She's had to shut down operations on her business. I mean, you all have literally affected her lives with all this drama. I mean, you've got what you wanted in a certain way. So, what more do you want? What more do you want? You know? And through all of that, her having to shut down, her stopping selling her seeds and her shutting down her warehouse, her, sending her children to live, in a more peaceful place where people not calling defects every day. Through all of that, as you all can see, she's still thriving, she's still living, she's still breathing, she's still, God's still making it where she can turn on her phone and still do what she came here to do. So what is it gonna take for you all to wake up one day and realize that, well, damn, I can't end her. I can't. I don't have the power to end her. We've tried everything. Okay. We've tried it all. It started off very mild, and it progressed to some serious stuff we don't have to get the police involved. And she's still able to come on our cell phone screen every day. So damn, I might want to get this up. Because at the end of the day, I don't have that much power over her life. When are people gonna realize that? I'm just wondering when. It says, but Coconut Norlela does not use the T word anymore. I believe the judge threw the book at him. Yeah. And I stopped, I like I said, I watch him for the, whenever things were going on with him and Latrice and all of that, but I don't watch him on a daily. But from the little glimpses and the clips that I have seen, floating around, it doesn't seem like he has been going hard as he used to go hard. It seems like something's going on with the court. So, it's just like, That's why people on social media have to understand that outside of all this, people still have real lives and God sees everything. And just because you get on here and you degrade somebody and you talk about them and you crack on them and you start, you start this hate train and you go in and you get all these laughs and giggles, people still have to face their own problems when they turn this phone off. People ain't perfect. People still have done things in their life they have to answer for. And so, while y'all sitting around acting like, everyone who bashes Latrice is so perfect and they do no wrong, they still have their own things that they got to get together in their life. Everyone wants to talk about Latrice and what how she interacting with her kids and she should have done this when she went and saw her kids and she should have done that, but we ain't seen Layla interact with her children and nobody says anything about that. And she may have older children or whatever. Like I said, I don't know the ins and out of that situation. But how the hell can you all be so critical of Latrice going to visit her children and every time she goes to see her children, you all have something to say, but we don't know what type of parent Layla is, but yet everyone wants to praise her and act like she's just uh, Mother Teresa, so and not saying that she isn't. She could be a very good parent. Who knows? But it's just like it's the hypocrisy for me. It's the hypocrisy for me. Because trust me, if Latrice had children that we never saw or we never heard about or we didn't see her interact with her children, honey, everybody would be on here with their speculations and their allegations and all type of stuff. So it's kind of like just it's okay to do the commentary. It's okay to talk about in certain things, but it's like let people be. This has spiraled out of control to where people who don't know each other are now beefing. Now this is going beyond Latrice versus Roz or whatever. It's Roz versus everybody who has something positive to say about Latrice. It's now people just going back and forth. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It says now you have to go live more often. I be trying. I really be telling myself that I'm gonna be consistent on this YouTube, but it's just I have to find a good balance, because see when I was going live a lot. I was down from having breast reduction surgery, so I was able to I had a bit of free time on my hand. But with me working and stuff, I'd be like, I want to go live, but I'm tired as hell. So I'm gonna find that balance though, because like I said, I did not want to jump into the Treese topic right when everything first happened with her and Courtney, because I was just like, ooh, I ain't got time. My opinion probably gonna be different than everybody else's opinion, and I ain't got time. Nobody accusing me of saying this and doing that. I ain't got time for that. But now that everything is kind of settled, I was like, you know what? Let me just jump in and give my opinion and my overview. And it's my sentiment still remains the same as they've always remained about Latrice. At the end of the day, no one is perfect. No one has a heaven or hell to put anybody in. And yes, it's okay to have discussions, but when it comes to the point where someone is asking you to leave them alone and someone has literally came on this camera and they've expressed several times how all of this hate and this degrading and this bashing is affecting them, and you all still don't give a damn, you all still keep going and going and going and going, like that is not cool. That is not cool whatsoever, because if it was you wouldn't want anybody to do it to you. You wouldn't want anybody antagonizing you. You would want people to leave you alone, you know? And then the minute anyone says anything back, or the minute anyone wants to get petty or go below the belt, now everybody's supposed to be upset. No, that's too far. That's too far. You don't say this. You don't say that. Well, then when the hell, why, what boundaries are you all going to place on your commentary about Latrice? If people should not attack you and say certain things about you and talk about certain things, then what the hell boundaries are you going to put on your platform when it comes to talking about this woman? You know? It's like it's it's a lot. It's just a lot, and my hopes is that and but you know what, I am glad that more people can start to wake up and smell the coffee, and a lot of people are realizing, like, because I saw one lady, I forgot what her name is, but she used to do just little funny videos about Latrice and stuff, and then she even kind of like, I seen one of her videos and she was like, damn, like, this is crazy. Like, y'all are really going in. Like, and now more people are starting to see, like, well, wait a damn minute, And I'm glad that more people are kind of waking up and realizing, like, okay, yeah, Latrice, she is Latrice. She has a lot going on. She's always had a lot going on her platform, and some things are worthy to be discussed. But how, this is going to a level that it just should not have ever went. And it all started from someone who did not know her, who was not connected to her in any way, shape, or form. And nothing that Latrice does is going to affect her at all. Like I said, directly or indirectly. So I just don't get it. It just, make it make sense. But that is all I had to say for tonight. I just wanted to chime in. And like I said, the more of the story is this is obsession. When you will not let up off someone to the point where now people are speaking out in support of this person and you want to attack them too, and you're getting into it with people who are hanging around them, and you are literally screaming, cussing, arguing about to bust a blood vessel, trying to literally go after every person who just wants to speak up for what's right or wants to speak out in support of this woman. It is an obsession. And if you are someone, yeah, Patricia. It started off as advice. I can't say that. Like I said, when I first watched, it was advice in the beginning, in the very beginning, but it is definitely harassment. And a lot of people say, well, Latrice said this about Roz and she said that. But no, before Latrice said anything before below the belt, before anything went out the way, this was almost a year and a half. How I think it's probably 2 years now. It feel like 2 years. Probably ain't been that long. But before anything came out of Latrice's mouth out the way, it had already gone too far. When people started to attack this woman's parenting, talking about her children look, talking about this, making up lies about her seasoning, all type. It had went too far then. Interviewing ex employees, all of that. It had went too far then. And so if people would just take accountability that, look, I did a lot, you know, then maybe this boat can change and go in a different direction. But no one wants to take accountability for the role they played in the situation of attacking this lady. Hi everybody. But it's a self contradiction of them for me. Yeah. Hey, Katrina. Yeah, it's like, you all literally are sitting up here and it's so much hypocrisy, so many contradictions. It's just so much. You all swear Latrice is just disgusting person, but you all will support someone that was once happily laid up with her and was going to continue to lay up with her and was going to continue to rock with her as long as the money was flowing. Had she never snapped on him and woke up and saw that he was just using her, if she would have still been rocking with him, y'all would still be hating his guts going in on him. So how can I look at you all and be like, you know what? This is a respectable group of women who know what they're talking about, when you all will support any and everybody who doesn't like this woman, regardless of what their background is or regardless of how nasty and ugly they have been to people in the past. It's crazy. Yeah. I just, yeah, it says Callum is focused on her health more than anything. I mean, everyone needs to put themselves first and focus on themselves. And if I gotta get on the internet and argue and fuss and fight and cry and scream and damn near put a hit out on somebody and all that, that means I'm in too deep. It means that I'm into hell too deep and it's time to reevaluate. And it's time to still talk about what I want to talk about, but maybe doing it in a different way. Maybe doing it in a way that's less aggressive. Maybe let me put some limitations on how far I am gonna go. I'm not gonna come on my platform and just spew out all type of allegations. I'm not gonna get in between this lady and her children and talk about what this child said and what this child supposed to do. I'm not gonna go there on my platform. It's a way that you can do everything. Like my grandma used to say, it's a way that you can do everything. But it's how long are people gonna turn on their cameras and get 38 hot about somebody else that they don't know? I just don't know. You know, it says I'm not laughing at it. It might be the granddad. I'm just saying. But yeah. But yeah, that is all that's my 2 cents. It's just, if people swept around their own front door a little bit more and had a little bit more grace when speaking on others, then the world will be a better place. You can talk about people, you can give people constructive criticism. Ain't nothing wrong with a little constructive criticism. I think it's good for everybody. I think that commentary channels are good for public figures and celebrities because a lot of times when people get to talking about certain things or weighing in, it does spark a conversation. It does give a different perspective. But it's a thin line between constructive criticism and trying to help someone do better and just being straight up nasty, mean, harassing and stalking somebody that you don't know. Period. Yeah. But you guys, I am going to go ahead. What time is it? It is 11:16. So I've been with y'all for an hour, and I thank y'all for rocking with me. I will try. Look, don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna try to go live more. Like I said, I just have to find the time to balance everything out. But I thank y'all for joining me, and we're going to keep watching, and we just gonna keep praying that this comes to an end because it's like damn, now we got all type of people beefing, we got all type of people attacking people. It's just not good for the soul. It's not good for the soul. Y'all remember those books, Chicken Soup is good for the soul? I don't know if anybody remember that, but yeah, it's not good for the soul. You should not be that invested in someone else's life that now you have a whole internet feud beef. It's crazy. It says, now, how was your birthday with your baby girl? It was awesome, blessing. It was awesome. We went down to Orlando to Volcano Bay. It's a water park that's at Universal Studios, and we had a blast. We also went to the beach. We had some good food when we were down there, and my child had a lovely time. She got her a nice 3-day vacation from school. And it was awesome. Her dad, he ended up coming down that Saturday to the water park, and I think he took her to SeaWorld on Sunday. So it was amazing. It was amazing. It was the best Mother's Day I had in a while. My mom came. She lives in North Carolina, so she came to the water park. I had a friend come. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. My child had a beautiful birthday, and I had a good Mother's Day, a good old well needed vacation. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that once every blue moon. I'm gonna try to take me a nice vacation, and that was the I need to travel more. I do need to do that because sometimes you get so caught up in life with work, 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 grind, trying to have all this stuff going on, trying to create this generational wealth. It's like sometimes it's good just to step back, take a vacation, enjoy yourself, let your hair down, get wet in the water. So it was awesome. Awesome, awesome. But all right, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Day. Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out here. Everybody who has, whether you're a mom that has a biological child, stepmom, grandmom, auntie, any mother figure that you've played to anybody, it's a blessing. So happy Mother's Day to you all as well. Happy late Mother's Day. I hope you all really enjoyed it also. This is all that's nice. I'm glad you had a wonderful time. I really enjoy your content. Stay golden, beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thank you for supporting. You are always in the comments being so interactive. So thank you. Thank you to everybody who joined tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do this more often because I just have an interesting perspective. A lot of people, when they probably first see my channel, they think I'm gonna just be on the side of the majority, but then I come with my different opinion. And so I like the fact that there's some people that can see where I'm coming from and have a dialogue with me. So yes, thank you. Thank you, Sheila. I'm so happy you had a great one. I did, and I hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Day as well. Well, you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you all in my next live. Love y'all. Good night.